This is the Gallito de las Rocas, the Andean cock of the rock, also known as tunky.
These birds are an iconic grassland species found in the Great Plains and other large expanses of open land.
The world of birds is far stranger than you think. Beyond the everyday sparrows and pigeons, there are creatures so bizarre they defy belief.
The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service has determined that the greater sage-grouse does not require protection under the Endangered Species Act.
Birds with transparent heads, vampire-like beaks, and even some that mimic human voices.
Who's my precious jabby bird?
Who's my precious jabby bird?
These aren't birds you'll find in your backyard. Many are so rare that most people have never even heard of them. Join us in this special episode as we reveal 34 strange birds you won't believe exist. Number 34. Kakapo. The kakapo is a one-of-a-kind parrot from New Zealand, unlike any other bird in the world. It looks like an owl, stands like a penguin, and waddles like a duck. But the strangest thing about it? It's a parrot that can't fly. This giant, gentle bird is the heaviest parrot on Earth, reaching up to 6 kilograms in weight and 64 centimeters in length. Its green and brown feathers blend perfectly with the forest, helping it stay hidden. Instead of flying, the kakapo walks long distances on its sturdy legs, searching for food. It chews plants for their juices and digs up roots, crushing them with its powerful beak. When it's time to find a mate, the male kakapo puts on a show. It clears pathways in the forest and builds a unique mating arena. Then, standing in a small hollow, it puffs up its chest, bobs its head, and lets out deep, booming calls that echo through the night. This haunting sound can travel nearly a kilometer, attracting females from far away. Number 33. Ayam Cemani. One of the most mysterious and eye-catching chickens worldwide is the Ayam Cemani. Often called the Lamborghini of poultry, this rare breed from Indonesia is unlike any other. What makes the Ayam Cemani so unique? Every part of this bird is pitch black. Its feathers, skin, meat, organs, and even bones. This striking color comes from a rare genetic condition called fibromatosis, which causes an overload of black pigment. The result is a bird that looks almost mythical, with feathers that shimmer in shades of green and purple when hit by light. The breed traces its roots to Sumatra, Indonesia, which has long been associated with mystical beliefs. People in Asia once believed its black meat had magical properties. It wasn't until the 1990s that the first birds were introduced to Europe. Despite their dark appearance, Ayam Cemani hens don't lay black eggs. This is a common myth. Instead, they produce small, cream-colored, or light-tinted eggs. However, their egg-laying pattern is unpredictable. Some hens will lay around 10 to 30 eggs and then take an extended break of several months before laying again. As for their size, roosters typically weigh between 7 and 7 pounds, while hens range from 4 to 5 pounds. The chicks hatch with their signature black coloring already visible, making them stand out when they enter the world. Due to their beauty and uniqueness, they can cost up to $6,000. Number 32. Greater Prairie-Chicken. These birds may not be flashy like tropical parrots, but they have a unique charm. Their feathers are patterned in shades of brown and white, giving them a natural camouflage. But the show's real stars are the males, who sport feathery tufts on their heads, bold orange eyebrows, and bright air sacs on their throats, features that play a big role in their dramatic courtship rituals. Unlike many birds, prairie chickens don't migrate. Instead, they stick to open fields in Kansas, Nebraska, and South Dakota. They rely on tall grass for shelter and survival, blending in so well that they're nearly impossible to spot most of the year. They spend their days foraging for seeds, grains, fruits, and insects, especially grasshoppers, which thrive in the same prairie habitat. Although they are masters of staying hidden, winter makes them easier to find. When snow presses the grass down, they sometimes roost in trees, making them more visible at dawn. But if you want to witness them at their most exciting, spring is the season to watch. From late March to early May, males gather on exceptional booming grounds to perform incredible displays to attract females. The performance is intense. Males puff up their bright orange air sacs, stomp their feet rapidly, and make deep, booming calls that can be heard across the prairie. They'll even leap into the air and battle rivals to claim their spot. The females watch closely, choosing only the most impressive males to mate with. But after that, the males disappear, leaving the females to raise the chicks independently. This courtship spectacle has been happening for generations, and some booming grounds have been used for centuries. Today, nature enthusiasts can visit these sites to witness the event up close, often from special blinds that allow for an unobstructed view. Unfortunately, more extraordinary prairie chickens face serious threats. Once abundant, their numbers dropped sharply in the 19th and early 20th centuries due to habitat destruction and hunting. Though conservation efforts have helped stabilize their population at around 360,000 birds, they are still vulnerable. Expanding farmland and energy development continue to shrink their grassland habitat, and the species remains at risk. Number 31. Andean Cock of the Rock. Deep in the Andean cloud forests, the Andean cock of the rock, or tunky in Quechua, stands out as Peru's national bird. Its bold colors and unique features make it one of the most striking birds in South America. Males are impossible to miss, with their bright orange feathers and an exaggerated crest that gives them a bold, almost comical look. Conversely, females are more understated, covered in deep brown plumage that helps them blend into the forest. During mating season, males put on lively displays, hopping and bobbing to impress watching females. Sadly, these birds face growing dangers. The illegal wildlife trade and the destruction of their forest home have put their future at risk. Number 30. Greater Sage-Grouse. The greater sage-grouse is a large, ground-dwelling bird native to North America's sagebrush plains and grasslands, primarily in the western United States and parts of Canada. It is the largest grouse species in North America, with males reaching up to 30 inches long and weighing around 6 pounds. Females are smaller and less colorful, with brownish-gray feathers that provide excellent camouflage. One of the most fascinating features of the greater sage-grouse is its elaborate courtship display. During the spring mating season, males gather in open areas called leks to perform an eye-catching ritual. They fan their sharp, spiky tail feathers, puff up their chests, and inflate 2 yellow air sacs on their throats. By rapidly pushing air in and out of these sacs, they produce a distinct popping or booming sound that can carry up to 3 kilometers. This sound, combined with their jerky movements, attracts females, who closely observe the males before selecting a mate. Sage-grouses are highly dependent on sagebrushes, which comprise most of their diet. During the summer months, they feed on the leaves, buds, and flowers of sagebrush, as well as insects and other plants. Because they rely so much on this habitat, they are particularly vulnerable to habitat destruction caused by agriculture, urban development, and energy extraction. Females build their nests on the ground, usually hidden under sagebrush or other vegetation. They lay between 6 and 9 eggs, incubating for about a month. The chicks are highly precocial, meaning they can walk and find food shortly after hatching, but they still depend on their mother for protection. Number 29. Harpy Eagle. The harpy eagle is one of the world's most powerful birds of prey. Found in the dense rainforests of Central and South America, this fierce hunter rules the treetops, preying on monkeys, sloths, and other small animals. With massive, sharp talons that can grow up to 7 inches long, about the size of a grizzly bear's claws, it can grab its prey with incredible force. Despite its strength, the harpy eagle is a devoted parent. After a successful hunt, the male carries his catch back to the nest, high up in a dead Brazil nut tree, where the mother and their young chick wait. While both parents provide food, only the mother feeds the baby, carefully tearing apart the meal. Nothing goes to waste. Every part of the prey, except the bones, is eaten. Though not the biggest eagle in the world, the harpy eagle is built for power. Its broad wings help it glide silently through the forest, and its keen eyesight allows it to spot prey from far away. Number 28. Marabou Stork. With its bald, wrinkled head, long, spindly legs, and huge black wings that drape like a cloak, the Marabou stork looks more like a mysterious undertaker than a bird. It's a scavenger lurking near carcasses, waiting to snatch a meal. Unlike most birds, it doesn't sing or even have a voice box. Instead, it makes scary clacking sounds with its giant beak or inflates the strange pink pouch on its throat to croak. It follows vultures, stealing meat scraps and even bullying them for food. Sometimes it even waits near wildfires, swooping down on panicked animals trying to escape the flames. Despite its love for all things rotten, the Marabou stork is oddly picky. It sometimes washes its food before eating. While it thrives in the wild, it has also adapted to city life, scavenging through human trash and wandering through the streets of African cities like a feathered Grim Reaper. Nicknamed the Undertaker bird, it stands an imposing 5 feet tall and has a wingspan that can stretch up to 13 feet. It may not be the prettiest bird in the world, but it is one of nature's most fascinating and resourceful survivors. Number 27. Rufous Potoo. The Potoo is one of the strangest birds in the jungle. It looks like a mix between an owl and a tree branch, with giant, bulging eyes that make it look like it just saw a ghost. But don't let its goofy face fool you. This bird is a master of disguise and a fierce hunter of the night. Living in the rainforests of Central and South America, Potoos are experts at blending in. During the day, they perch perfectly still on tree branches, their brown and gray feathers making them look like part of the wood. If predators come too close, they don't fly away. They double down on the act, freezing in place and hoping to be mistaken for a broken twig. But when the sun goes down, the Potoo becomes a flying mouth. Its beak is huge, stretching nearly from ear to ear, and it can swallow insects whole without even chewing. Moths are their favorite snack, but the biggest Potoos are even bold enough to gulp down small birds. Their hunting secret? Their enormous eyes are built for seeing in the dark. These birds don't have the super hearing of owls, so they rely entirely on their night vision. And get this, they can even see with their eyes closed. Special slits in their eyelids let them watch for danger without moving a muscle. But the weirdest thing about Potoos is their spooky appearance. Their huge, glowing eyes can scare off enemies, and their eerie calls make the jungle sound haunted. Some locals even believe their cries are the voices of lost souls. When it's time to raise a baby, Potoos keep things simple, no fancy nests, just a single egg laid in a tree stump or branch. After a month, the chick hatches, and within another month, it's ready to start its own life of camouflage and creepy stares. So, next time you hear a haunting sound in the jungle, it might just be a Potoo, the wide-eyed ghost bird of the night. Number 26. Philippine Eagle. The Philippine eagle, with its sharp talons and fierce gaze, is one of the world's largest and most impressive eagles, but fewer than 900 of these majestic birds remain, scattered across just 4 Philippine islands. These eagles form strong bonds, staying with one partner for life. Unlike many birds that lay multiple eggs, they produce only 1 egg every 2 years. Both parents are responsible for protecting and feeding their chick, bringing meals of snakes, birds, and flying lemurs. Nestled high in the treetops, the tiny eaglet begins its journey. At first, it's covered in soft down, but soon, it grows sleek feathers and develops its wild-looking mane-like crest. As the weeks pass, it stretches its wings, practicing for the moment it will take its first leap into the open sky. The young eagle is ready to leave the nest by 5 months old. It flaps, jumps, and sometimes stumbles, but every mistake is a step toward mastering the skies. Even after it takes flight, its parents continue caring for it for another 18 months, teaching it the skills needed to survive independently. Number 25. Southern Ground Hornbill. The southern ground hornbill is a fierce predator that looks like something out of a nightmare. With a massive hooked beak and a habit of tossing its prey around before swallowing it whole, this bird is not to be messed with. Unlike most birds that soar through the skies, these hornbills prefer to stick to the ground, where they hunt with deadly precision. While they'll snack on fruits and seeds, Their genuine love is meat. Lizards, rodents, rabbits, even small monkeys are all on the menu if they can catch them. And they don't just eat their food, they play with it first, smashing it against the ground or tossing it into the air before gulping it down. Standing up to 43 inches tall with a 4-foot wingspan, these birds are easy to spot, especially the males with bright red throats. Females look similar, but have a dark violet patch on their necks. Their haunting, deep calls can travel a mile, warning other animals to stay out of their way. They use a hollow casque on their beak to amplify their voice, making them sound like distant drums echoing across the plains. Despite their territorial nature, these birds have an unexpected soft side. They live in tight-knit groups, working together to raise chicks. A dominant male and female do the breeding, while younger males and helpers defend the family and bring food to the chicks. This teamwork is crucial because southern ground hornbills breed very slowly. A female lays just 1 or 2 eggs, but usually only 1 chick survives, and they don't even raise a new chick every year. Unlike other hornbills that lock their females inside their nests for protection, these birds rely on their strong family bonds to keep their young safe. Number 24. Long-wattled Umbrellabird. The long-wattled Umbrellabird is a strange-looking creature. Its long, dangling wattle hanging from its chin makes it stand out from most birds. This wattle, which looks like a feathery rope, is much bigger on males than on females. These birds live in the cloud forests of western Colombia and Ecuador, usually in tall, fruit-filled trees. They mainly eat fruit, but they might snack on insects or even small lizards when food is scarce. Males gather in special spots called leks during mating season, showing off their wattles and making deep grunting noises to impress females. The bigger the wattle, the better their chances. If a female is interested, she picks a mate, lays a single egg, and raises the chick on her own. Number 23. Wilson's Bird of Paradise. The Wilson's Bird of Paradise is a small, colorful bird that lives in the forests of Indonesia. Endemic to the region, it is known for its stunning appearance and unique mating dance. It is about the size of a sparrow, with males reaching around 16 centimeters in length and weighing between 53 and 67 grams. While the females have duller colors, the males have bright plumage with several colors, including green, red, blue, and yellow. They also have 2 curved tail feathers that add to their exotic look. To attract a mate, the male clears a special spot on the forest floor, removing bright leaves so that his colors stand out against the plain background. Then, he waits patiently, sometimes for weeks, hoping a female will hear his call and visit. When a female arrives, he positions himself so she can see him from above. Under the light, his feathers glow with bright, iridescent colors. He performs an elaborate dance, moving in a way that makes his colors shine even more. If she liked his display, she would choose him as her mate. Number 22. Hoatzin. The Hoatzin is a strange-looking bird that lives in the wetlands and forests of South America, near the Amazon and Orinoco rivers. Its look is prehistoric, making it seem like a dinosaur bird. All birds are related to dinosaurs, but some, like the Hoatzin, look more like them than others. This bird is about the size of a small turkey, growing over 2 feet long and weighing around 800 grams. It is not a strong flyer and prefers to hop along tree branches. It spends most of its time searching for food in trees near the water. One of its strangest features is the claws on its wings. While some other birds also have wing claws when young, the Hoatzin is the only bird known to use them for climbing. When baby Hoatzins leave the nest, they may not fly for weeks. If predators like monkeys, snakes, or hawks come too close, the chicks jump into the water to escape. Later, they use their claws to climb back up the tree. Hoatzins build their nests over water and live in family groups. The parents take turns caring for the eggs. Even older siblings help raise the chicks. They breed during the rainy season and stay together as a group. Even though they look fierce, Hoatzins are vegetarians. They mainly eat leaves, with some flowers and fruits. Their stomachs digest food like cows and sheep, using special bacteria to break down the leaves. This process makes them very gassy, and they often smell so bad that some people call them stink birds. Hoatzins are unique and mysterious birds. Scientists are still unsure where they fit in the bird family tree, making them one of nature's most puzzling creatures. Number 21. Tawny Frogmouth. The tawny frogmouth is a bird that looks like an owl, but is not one. It lives high in trees across Australia and hides well by blending into branches. It has a big, wide mouth instead of sharp claws, which it uses to catch insects and small animals. Its mouth is bright yellow inside, which helps attract bugs, thinking it's a flower. This bird is very grumpy looking and acts grumpy too. It has huge eyes to see in the dark because it hunts at night. It doesn't chase prey like owls, but waits for food to come close. It also stays very still, making it look like part of a tree. Tawny frogmouths find a mate for life. The male is not great at building nests. He just throws sticks together. Both parents take care of their eggs and feed the babies until they can leave in about 5 weeks. These birds are tough and can live in many places, including forests and deserts. Number 20. Puffin. The puffin is a small seabird with black feathers on its back and white feathers on its belly. During the breeding season, its large, colorful beak is orange, yellow, and blue. In winter, the beak fades to a duller shade. Its bright orange feet help it stand out even more. Puffins live in cold places like the Arctic, Iceland, Canada, and the UK. They return to the same nesting spots every year and mate for life. Instead of building nests like other birds, puffins dig burrows in cliffs or grassy hills. They lay just one egg, and both parents take turns keeping it warm and feeding the chick, which is called a puffling. Even though they look clumsy on land, puffins are fast and powerful in the air. Their short wings beat up to 400 times per minute, letting them fly at high speeds. Underwater, they use their wings to fly through the ocean, diving as deep as 40 meters to catch fish. Their beaks are specially shaped to hold multiple fish simultaneously, sometimes more than 10 in a single trip. Number 19. Dragon Chicken. The Dung Tao chicken is a rare and special bird from Vietnam. The dragon chicken is also called this because of its thick, scaly legs. These chickens are large and strong. Some can sell for over $2,000. They need years of care and special feeding to grow properly. These chickens come from a small village near Hanoi and have been raised for centuries. In the past, people believed they were bred for fighting because of their powerful legs. Today, they are primarily raised for their unique meat and striking appearance. They are often gifts for important events, like Vietnamese New Year. Only a few of these chickens are perfect enough to be sold for high prices. Farmers check their size, leg shape, and feathers to decide their value. Farmers feed them exceptional food before selling or showing them in contests and clean their legs with tea and salt. The best chickens have shiny black feathers, smooth wattles, and well-shaped earlobes. Some farmers keep their best Dung Tao chickens for beauty competitions. The older they get, the bigger and more valuable they become. While these chickens are mostly popular in Vietnam, people in other countries are starting to take an interest in them. Some have even tried to smuggle their eggs across borders, showing how rare and expensive these birds are. Number 18. Shoebill. Living in the wetlands of Central and Eastern Africa, the shoebill is known for its huge, shoe-like beak, which can grow up to 30 centimeters long and has a sharp, hooked tip. This large bird has a striking look that can surprise anyone who sees it. Its appearance alone is enough to catch attention, but it also makes an unusual and loud sound. The noise, which sounds like gunfire, adds to its eerie presence. Shoebills use this sound to scare away threats and to find a mate during breeding season. Number 17. Scarlet Ibis. The scarlet ibis is a bright red bird that stands out wherever it goes. Its feathers are a deep, glowing red, making it one of the most colorful birds in the world. Its long, curved beak helps it catch food in shallow waters. This bird lives in places like Trinidad and Venezuela, where it spends time in mangroves and coastal areas. During the day, it flies to Venezuela to find food, then returns to Trinidad in the evening. Watching a large group of them fly together is a fantastic sight as they turn the sky red with their bright wings before settling in the green treetops. Its red color comes from the food it eats, especially shrimp and other crustaceans. These birds are social and live in large flocks, making them even more stunning when they gather in big numbers. Number 16. Sword-billed hummingbird. The sword-billed hummingbird is unique with a beak longer than its body. It lives in high-altitude areas above 3,000 meters, in the forests and open lands of Bolivia, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, and Venezuela. Its long beak, about 25% longer than its body, makes it the only bird in the world with such a feature. This helps it reach nectar from deep flowers that other birds cannot access. Sometimes, it is the only bird that can feed on certain flowers. Although its beak is helpful, it also makes flying more difficult. The bird sometimes uses its long beak to fight with other hummingbirds over territory. Number 15. Vulturine Guineafowl. The Vulturine Guineafowl is an interesting bird found in the forests of Central Africa, including Congo, Gabon, and Cameroon. It has bright feathers in blue, white, purple, and black, giving it a unique look. The bird has a strong body and long legs, which help it walk easily since it spends most of its time on the ground. These birds live in groups of 20 to 50 and eat plants, seeds, insects, and small creatures. They travel far, up to 25 kilometers a day, searching for food. While they mostly walk, they can fly when needed. Number 14. Inca Tern. The Inca Tern is a 40-centimeter long seabird with a unique look that makes it stand out. Its most striking feature is the white feathers near its beak, which curve backward like a mustache. Both male and female Inca Terns have dark gray feathers and bright orange beaks. These birds live along the coasts of Peru and Chile, where they eat fish, crustaceans, and scraps of other sea animals. They build their nests on rocky cliffs near the ocean. Sadly, their numbers are decreasing due to habitat destruction and pollution, putting them at risk of becoming endangered. Number 13. Shrike. Shrikes are small birds with strong, slightly curved beaks that help them catch prey like small mammals, reptiles, and other birds. There are 30 different types of shrikes, and they are known for being able to carry animals that are pretty large compared to their size. What makes shrikes genuinely unique isn't how they look, but how they behave. Some shrike species have a strange habit of sticking their prey onto thorns or barbed wire, almost like storing food for later. This unusual way of saving meals has made them well known worldwide. Number 12. Bearded Vulture. The bearded vulture, also called the lammergeier, is a striking bird of prey in high mountain areas across Europe, Asia, and Africa. It is one of the largest vultures, with a wingspan of up to 9 feet and a body length of around 3.3. Unlike other vultures that feed on meat, the bearded vulture mostly eats bones, making up about 85% of its diet. This bird has a strong stomach that allows it to digest bones easily. If a bone is too large to swallow, the bearded vulture carries it high and drops it onto rocks to break it into smaller pieces. This helps it access the nutritious bone marrow inside. It is one of the few animals worldwide that rely on bones as their main food source. Bearded vultures have black wings, a rusty orange chest, and dark feathers around their eyes that resemble a beard, hence the name. The orange color of their feathers comes from rubbing themselves in iron-rich soil. Unlike most vultures, their head and neck are covered in feathers since they do not need to dig into carcasses for meat. They are usually seen flying alone or in pairs, soaring high over rocky cliffs in search of bones. They nest on cliffs and lay 1 or 2 eggs per year. The chicks hatch after about 2 months and rely on their parents for food until they are strong enough to fly. One famous story claims that the Greek poet Aeschylus died when a bearded vulture mistook his bald head for a rock and dropped a bone on him. Number 11. Eurasian Hoopoe. The Eurasian hoopoe is a medium-sized bird, about 27 centimeters long, with a wingspan of 44 to 48 centimeters. It has a distinct appearance with a tall, fan-shaped orange crest with black tips. The crest usually stays flat, but rises when the bird is excited or alarmed. Its body is mostly light brown or pinkish orange, while its wings and tail have bold black and white stripes. This pattern makes the hoopoe easy to recognize, even from a distance. It has a long, slender, slightly curved beak, which it uses to probe the ground for food. It mainly eats insects, such as beetles, crickets, ants, and larvae, but it may also consume small reptiles and seeds. The Eurasian hoopoe prefers open areas with short grass, farmland, orchards, and savannas. It is found in Europe, Asia, and Africa, migrating between regions depending on the season. It nests in tree holes, rock crevices, or even walls and buildings. The female lays 5 to 10 eggs, which hatch after about 2 weeks. One of its unique behaviors is its ability to produce a foul-smelling substance from a gland near its tail, which helps keep predators away. This defense mechanism is powerful in chicks, making them less likely to be eaten. The hoopoe plays a vital role in nature by controlling insect populations. It is also known for its distinctive hoo-hoo-hoo call, which can be heard over long distances. Number 10. Rhinoceros Hornbill. The rhinoceros hornbill is a large and striking bird found in the rainforests of Southeast Asia, particularly in countries like Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, and Borneo. It is one of the biggest hornbill species, reaching up to 120 centimeters in length and weighing around 2 to 3 kilograms. This bird has mostly black feathers with white markings on its lower body and tail. Its most noticeable feature is its massive, curved beak topped with a bright orange and yellow casque, a hollow structure that resembles a rhinoceros horn, hence its name. The casque is not just for show, it helps amplify the bird's loud calls, which echo through the dense forests. Rhinoceros hornbills are monogamous, meaning they choose a single mate for life. During the breeding season, the female seals herself inside a tree cavity using mud and fruit pulp, leaving only a tiny opening for the male to pass food to her and their chicks. This unusual nesting behavior protects the young from predators until they are ready to leave the nest. Number 9. Blue-footed booby. The blue-footed booby is a seabird known for its bright blue feet and unique courtship dance. It lives along the coasts of the eastern Pacific Ocean, especially in places like the Galapagos Islands, Ecuador, and Peru. This bird is medium-sized, with a body length of about 32 inches and a wingspan of around 5 feet. Its feathers are mostly white, with brown wings and a sharp pointed beak that helps it catch fish. The most eye-catching feature of the blue-footed booby is its vivid blue feet, which come from pigments in its diet. The brighter the blue, the healthier the bird, making foot color an important part of attracting a mate. During courtship, males perform a funny-looking dance, lifting their feet individually to show off their color. They also spread their wings and whistle to impress the females. If a female likes what she sees, she joins in the dance and forms a pair bond. Blue-footed boobies are excellent hunters. They dive from great heights, sometimes up to 79 feet, plunging into the ocean at high speeds to catch fish like sardines and anchovies. Their eyes are specially adapted to see underwater, making them skilled predators. Number 8. Scarlet honeycreeper. The scarlet honeycreeper, also known as the iiwi, is one of Hawaii's most iconic birds. It belongs to the Hawaiian honeycreeper family and is known for its brilliant red plumage, contrasting black wings and tail, and long, curved orange beak. This small bird, typically about 6 inches long, is highly specialized for feeding on nectar. Its beak is perfectly shaped to reach deep inside tubular flowers, like the Hawaiian lobelia, making it an essential pollinator in its ecosystem. As it moves from flower to flower, it helps plants reproduce by transferring pollen. The iiwi is also known for its high-pitched calls and melodic whistles, which fill the Hawaiian forests. It was once abundant across the islands, but is mainly found at higher elevations, where mosquitoes carrying avian malaria are less common. Number 7. Secretary bird. The secretary bird is a striking bird found across sub-Saharan Africa. It prefers open grasslands and savannas, where it walks gracefully on long legs. Though it looks similar to the stork, its closest relatives are birds of prey, such as eagles and hawks. This bird stands tall, reaching up to 1.3 meters in height, yet it is surprisingly light, weighing only about 4 kilograms. Its hollow bones keep it from being too heavy, allowing it to fly, though it is not as skilled in the air as other birds of prey. Despite reaching 3,000 meters, it mostly stays on the ground, where it is a powerful hunter. Secretary birds have been admired for centuries. Ancient Egyptians even carved images of them into temple walls, despite the birds not living in Egypt. European naturalists first named them Sagittarius, because of their elegant walk and long head feathers that resemble arrows in a quiver. The name secretary bird is believed to have come from English naturalists who thought the feathers looked like the quill pens secretaries used to tuck behind their ears. Another theory suggests the name comes from the Arabic word for hunter bird. This bird is a skilled predator, mainly hunting dangerous prey like venomous snakes. It uses its strong legs to stomp on a snake's head with incredible force, delivering blows 5 times its body weight. While hunting, it shakes its tail feathers and wings to distract the snake from its legs. Some believe secretary birds may have some resistance to snake venom, but their real defense is their speed. Each attack is faster than the blink of an eye, giving the snake no time to strike. Their striking eyes are framed by long, feather-like eyelashes, which help keep dust and debris out while they hunt. These beautiful birds may look like they belong in a fashion show, but are also devoted partners. Males perform dramatic flight displays to attract mates, and once paired, secretary birds remain monogamous. They build large nests in acacia trees, about 2.5 meters wide, and raise their young together. Even though they lay up to 4 eggs, usually only 2 chicks survive, as the stronger ones outcompete the weaker ones for food. After about 8 days, the young birds leave the nest, but continue to rely on their parents until they learn to hunt. Once fully grown, they set off to start families of their own. Number 6. Resplendent Quetzal. The resplendent quetzal is one of the most beautiful birds in the world, known for its bright colors and long tail feathers. This bird has stunning green, red, and blue feathers that shine in the sunlight. Males have long tail feathers that can grow up to a meter long, making them look even more majestic. Females are less colorful and do not have long tail feathers, but they still look striking. Quetzals are frugivores, meaning they mostly eat fruits, especially wild avocados. They play an important role in their environment by spreading seeds and helping the forest grow. Sometimes, they also eat insects and small animals. These birds are known for their shy and quiet nature. They prefer to stay hidden in the forest and are rarely seen by people. They nest in tree holes, usually made by woodpeckers, and both parents take turns caring for the eggs and feeding the chicks. Number 5. Magnificent Frigate Bird. The magnificent frigate bird is a large seabird known for its incredible flying ability and the bright red throat pouch of the males. They have long, pointed wings and a deeply forked tail, making them an excellent flyer. It can stay in the air for weeks without landing, using wind currents to glide effortlessly. Unlike many seabirds, it rarely lands on water because its feathers are not waterproof. Instead, it steals food from other birds or catches flying fish from the air. Males are easy to recognize because of their huge red throat pouch, which they inflate like a balloon to attract females during mating season. The bigger and brighter the pouch, the more attractive they appear. Females are slightly larger than males, but lack the red pouch. Instead, they have a white chest and black feathers. Magnificent frigate birds are opportunistic feeders. They mainly eat fish, squid, and even baby sea turtles, but they often steal food from other seabirds, earning them the nickname Pirates of the Sea. They use their speed and agility to chase and harass other birds until they drop their food. Number 4. Kagu. The kagu is a rare and unique bird found only in New Caledonia. Although it has large wings, the kagu cannot fly. Instead, it moves gracefully on the ground, using its strong legs to walk through forests. Kagus are loyal and live in family groups, with young birds from previous years staying to help defend their territory. If another kagu tries to enter their space, they will chase it away to protect their home. During breeding season, male kagus perform displays to strengthen their bond with their lifelong mate. They build nests on the ground, hidden among leaves, to protect their eggs from predators. The kagu is unlike any other bird, and scientists struggle to classify it. Some think it might be related to herons, rails, or even pigeons, but its closest known relative may live in South America, more than 11,000 kilometers away. With its soft gray feathers, striking crest, and mysterious origins, the kagu is one of the world's most fascinating birds. Number 3. Eurasian bittern. The Eurasian bittern is a shy, well-camouflaged bird that lives in reed beds and wetlands across Europe and Asia. It is a type of heron, but unlike its relatives, it prefers to stay hidden among tall reeds rather than flying in the open. One of its most famous features is its deep, booming call, which sounds like someone blowing across the top of a bottle. This sound can travel long distances, helping males attract mates during breeding. With brown and beige feathers covered in streaks, the Eurasian bittern blends perfectly with its surroundings. When it senses danger, it stretches its long neck and points its beak upward, mimicking the reeds around it. This clever trick makes it almost invisible to predators. Despite its secretive nature, the Eurasian bittern is a skilled hunter. It stands still in the shallow water, waiting patiently before striking with its sharp beak to catch fish, frogs, and insects. Number 2. Crested auklet. In the far reaches of Alaska, summer brings one of nature's most spectacular courtship displays. Every June, over 1 million crested auklets gather, each hoping to find a mate. With just 3 months to raise a chick, standing out is the key to success. A male must first claim a good spot to attract a partner, but competition is fierce. Once he secures his place, the performance begins. He shrinks his pupils, making his eyes appear bright white, puffs out his chest, and stretches his neck while releasing a distinct trumpet-like call. His most eye-catching feature is his signature crest, a plume of feathers curving from his forehead. The longer the crest, the more appealing he is to potential mates. Soon, others take notice. Auklets have a strange ritual. They nuzzle their bills into each other's feathers, drawn by the strong tangerine-like scent he releases from his neck. This sweet aroma is his final trick to impress a female. But it's not just about him. Females also get to choose. Many of the birds gathering around are just there to watch the show, but when a true connection is made, the selected pair will leave the crowd behind. After a few days, they fly to sea together to complete their bond and mate. Number 1. Horned screamer. In the wetlands of South America, a strange bird roams the marshes, honking like a trumpet and looking like something out of a fantasy novel. This is the horned screamer, a bizarre bird that seems to defy nature's rules. One of its most striking features is the thin, horn-like spike from its forehead. Unlike the sharp antlers of a deer, this horn isn't made of bone but soft cartilage, allowing it to bend without breaking. Scientists still aren't sure of its purpose, but it makes the bird look unique. If its appearance isn't odd enough, the horned screamer's call is unforgettable. It doesn't just sing, it screeches so loudly that its voice can be heard several kilometers away. This powerful honking sound echoes across the marshes, warning rivals to stay away and keeping its flock together. Despite its heavy body, the horned screamer is a surprisingly strong flyer. It spends much of its time near water, munching on aquatic plants, but it can also perch in trees, a rare skill for a bird of its size. And if a fight breaks out, this bird has another trick up its sleeve: spiky wing spurs. These sharp, bony projections help it fend off intruders and rivals, growing back even if they break off in battle. Thanks for watching. See you in our next video.